forests cover about 30% of the world's land area, but they are disappearing at an alarming rate. Research reveals that majority of the tropical forests on Earth are being destroyed. We are almost at half the forest landmass in destruction. Restoring our planet's imperiled ecosystems intrinsically connects us with a chance at a healthier future. It reduces the rate of climate change, restores biodiversity that has been lost, and produces agriculturally productive land through actively planting or by removing pressures so that nature can recover on its own. It is not always possible or desirable to return an ecosystem to its original state. We still need farmland and infrastructure on land that was once forest. For instance, and ecosystems like societies need to adapt to a changing climate. In these tough times, we should work together to bring life and function back to our scarred ecosystems. Doing less bad is not good enough. In addition to minimizing harm to the environment, we should restore an ecosystem through extensive and proactive restoration, rebuilding degraded areas to improve habitat for wildlife, protect our soils and watersheds, support economic resiliency, and better confront a changing climate. Let's nurture the nature so we can have a better future.
Since the day industrialization and technological advancement came, humans have long been disrupting the environment. Along with the progress mankind has made, the environment continues to deteriorate because of our negative human activities. The natural resources has depleted. Habitats of animals have been destroyed, which led to the emergence of new strains of zoonotic diseases. Millions of species are at risk to be extinct in the next few decades.
Over 3 billion people around the world grapple with the consequences of land degradation. There has never been a more urgent need to revive damaged ecosystems than now.
It is worse than expected. This is happening much faster than we've ever seen before.
Today, we are the asteroid that's causing many, many species to go extinct.
We're losing critical parts of Earth's system.
And it's threatening our food, our water, our climate.
We are encroaching further and further every day into wildlife habitat.
We're completely destroying the natural balance of fish in the world's oceans.
Ecosystem is a place where plants, animals, and other organisms in conjunction with the landscape around them come together to form the web of life. Ecosystem restoration aims to prevent, halt, and reverse the degradation of ecosystems on every continent and in every ocean. There are 3 ways to get involved Actions, choices, and voices. Action. Start your own initiative. Join a restoration effort or help build an alliance. Choices. Change your behavior and spending to shrink environmental footprint. Voices. Make your voice and ideas count about how to manage your environment and about how we can be fairer and more sustainable. Ecosystems support all life on Earth. The healthier our ecosystems are, the healthier the planet and its people. Are you ready to play your part? Be part of the solution. Let us help in ecosystem restoration.
Earth is a planet with life and beauty. From mountains and fields, skies and ocean, to the living creatures like humans and animals. Gifts must be treasured and appreciated by using and caring for them responsibly. But how? By planting trees to help us clean the environment. Generally, our air was very polluted, from smokes of vehicles, factories, to global warming caused by pollutants and excessive carbon dioxide. Soil erosion and landslide are also the effects if there were no trees left. A tree helps reduce air pollution, prevents soil erosion, provides home for animals and shelter of living things from strong wind and rain. Trees are an important source of life on Earth. The importance of planting trees has been repeatedly emphasized. The reason for this is that they provide many benefits. One of the main advantages of planting trees is that they provide us life-giving oxygen. Living organisms are not possible without the presence of oxygen. Trees are also necessary because they have the power to absorb harmful gases, increasing pollution due to carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, and other harmful gases, and smoke emitted by vehicles and industries is largely controlled and purified due to the presence of trees. Trees also provide shelter to birds and animals. On the hot summer day, they provide relief to the passenger with scorching sunlight. Trees making our planet worth living. But even if the trees provide many benefits, and we cannot imagine their life without them, we are cutting them at fast speed to meet different needs. Let us all plant a tree, just like Canadian people do. They plant millions of trees every year. Indians planted 50 million trees in one day. Norwegian and Russian students planted 2,501 trees. Our simple nurturing acts can help our environment in a huge way. We can do what other countries do. Let us challenge ourselves to participate in tree planting activities, because nature is a gift from God.
In our environment, there are things that are very dangerous that may happen around us. For example, flooding. What is flooding? Believe it or not, flooding is the deadliest type of severe weather. There's probably a lot about floods and flooding you don't know. In this guide, we'll go over everything there is to know about flooding, answering common questions like what causes flooding and where does flooding occur?
Environmental issues are harmful effects of human activity on the biophysical environment. Environmental protection is a practice of protecting the natural environment on the individual, organizational, or governmental levels for the benefit of both the environment and humans.
Environmental disasters have a severely detrimental effect on ecosystems. These catastrophes are often short in duration, but have a lasting impact on animals and plants that live in the affected habitat. Occasionally, environmental catastrophes change the physical environment so much that the damage to the ecosystem is irreversible. In other cases, environmental damage can be contained and habitat rehabilitated. Environmental disasters fall into two general categories. Some disasters are caused by natural climate or weather events. These include wildfires, landslides, floods, earthquakes, droughts, tornadoes, tsunamis, and volcanic eruptions. Although the causes of these natural environmental disasters do not involve human activities. In some cases, the effects are worse by the influence of people. For example, the environments that suffered the most damage during the Indian Ocean tsunami of 2004 were those urban development and construction had damaged coral reefs. In places where coral reefs were healthy, the reef acted like buffer. A second category of environmental disasters includes those caused by human activities. Examples of human-induced environmental disasters include oil spills, chemical spills, and nuclear incidents. An environmental disaster or ecological disaster is defined as a catastrophic event regarding the natural environment that is due to human activity. These disasters have included deaths of wildlife, humans, and plants, or severe disruptions of human life or health, possibly requiring migration.
Pollution, global warming, scarcity of food, animal extinction. Those are just some common problems that we face each day, and if we don't do anything to solve it, it could lead to a bigger issue not only to plants and animals, but also us to humans. You see, our God gifted us a clean, healthy, and beautiful environment. It gives us food and the resources that we need for us to live on our daily lives. Like the coconut tree, we can make its fruits as our food, its leaves as a basket, its trunk as a furniture, and its roots as a dye. If we don't stop cutting this type of trees, it will make a big impact not only to our ecosystem, but also to our economy. Farmers and fishers rely on land life and marine life to have some money to support their families' financial problems. Not only farmers and fishers also relies on them. There are also some problems that can make our environment inhabitable. This includes deforestation, certification, soil erosion, and overgrazing. How do we solve this type of problems? Good thing there is a solution that we can do to avoid all of this. It's called ecosystem restoration. Ecosystem restoration focuses on doing our environment more productive again, by planting more trees, restoring our soils, avoiding use of plastics. We can lessen the chance of animal extinction, and it can also restore livelihoods. As a student, you can help in restoring our ecosystem by simply segregating the trash on your home, using metal straws as a replace on plastic straws, and joining in ecosystem restoration programs. Probably, at the end of year 2022, we can make our ecosystem as productive as before. Healthy animals, fresh air and water, and clean environment. Yes, it will be hard to achieve our goal if only one person will act, but if we gather and help each other, nothing is impossible. Don't be part of the problem. Instead, be part of the solution.
Hello everyone, I am Daninin Justin Katipunan and I'm here to talk about what is ecosystem. Ecosystem, it's all about nature. It's about these plants, these trees, and those animals outside. It makes the nature look beautiful, lively, and so bright. You know what I mean? It's really important because it's a massive part of our world. You see those little green things in our planet Earth? Those are our plants. Those are trees. They are very important to us because it helps us protect us from thunders, weathers, very strong weathers, and everything. But the problem is, humans like us, humans like you, everyone else, we still cut these trees right here. You know why? For pencils, for a lot of stuff, for houses and everything. What does that do to nature? It damages it. And it really hurts our Mother Earth. And that's why it's very important to us. It helps us so much that without it, we can easily die because of the strong weathers and everything to Earth. And another thing, people burn trees, they burn plants like these, and they messed up our environment. They cut it for no reason at all too. Even if it's all big and like going around our houses and everything, it still matters. Because this helps us a lot. It makes it beautiful, it protects us from weathers, as I said again. But for people like us, we still burn them and we cut them. That's the problem. As an effect of all the burnings, it affects our ozone layer and it damages it. The more it gets damaged, the more the weathers get worse. Another example of ecosystem restoration is the Pasig River. It's said that it's used for transporting food, water, and livelihood throughout the citizens of Manila. It is also said the Malacanang Palace is located alongside the river. Rehabilitation of the Pasig River began at 1999 by the help of the Danish International Development Agency. The river can be fully restored if the people and the owners of the factory listen and follow the rules set by the DENR. The ecosystem restoration can be done by anyone, by planting trees, plants, and being aware of your surroundings.
population in the world and its associated impacts mean that the need for ecological restoration has become increasingly clear. The old adage, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, points at the fact that ecological restoration is not always successful. And when feasible, it's often difficult and expensive. Environmental restoration is often neglected, either being overlooked or of a low priority. But first off, what is environmental restoration and why do we need it? Ecosystem restoration refers to assisting in the recovery of an ecosystem that has been degraded or destroyed, as well as conserving the ecosystems with richer biodiversity, yield greater benefits such as more fertile soils, bigger yields of timber and fish, and larger shares of greenhouse gases. What makes ecosystem restoration uniquely valuable is its inherent capacity to provide people with the opportunity not only to repair ecological damage, but also improve the human condition. The benefits of ecosystem restoration are: it gives us a faster habitat recovery, it is beneficial to wildlife, prevents potential habitat loss, and helps mitigate climate change or threatened species. Ecosystem restoration is at a global scale. It's important if we mitigate the extent of ecological crisis that we are currently facing and protect the biodiversity for future generations. Now that we know why we need environmental restoration, here are possible ways to help with it. 1. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. The 3 R's all help out to cut down on the amount of waste that we throw away. They conserve natural resources, landfill space, and energy. Plus, the 3 R's save land and money. Communities must use to dispose of waste in landfill. 2. Conserve water. Conserving water is important because it keeps water pure and clean while protecting the environment. Only 2% of the Earth's fresh supply of water is locked in ice caps and glaciers, while the 97.5% of Earth's water is saltwater. 3. Conserve energy. Conserving energy produces a higher quality of life. Reduced emissions result in cleaner air quality. In addition, it helps create a healthier planet, or at least helps sustain the resources we already have. 4. Plant a tree. Trees reduce the amount of stormwater runoff, which reduces erosion and pollution in our waterways, and may reduce the effects of flooding. Plus, many species of wildlife depend on trees for habitat. Restoring large and small ecosystems protects and improves the livelihood of people who rely on them. Additionally, it helps regulate disease and lower the risk of natural disasters. This is our moment, so you should never think you can't make a difference or that it's somebody else's problem to solve. We can't turn back time, but we can grow trees, green our cities, rewild our gardens, and clean up rivers and coasts. We are the generation that can make peace with nature.
It's 2021, and there's
200 million tons of our trash in the ocean.
It feels as if us humans are committing a murder-suicide on the Earth, which is probably why so many rich people are investing into Elon Musk's plan to move to Mars, instead of paying people to clean the ocean. But then again, what can you or me do? I'm a 14-year-old kid who's reading out a script. What could the common man do to save the ocean? Thanks.
Our next guests are two of the most popular people in your house, whether you know it or not. They each have more YouTube subscribers than the White House, the United Nations, and Kanye West combined. Their new project is called Team C's. Please welcome Mark Rober and Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast, also known as Jimmy Donaldson, used to be a Minecraft to Pokemon Battle, Minecraft again to Call of Duty Let's Player, which was very common at the time, until he introduced challenge videos where he would count to 200,000, eventually counting to 1 million.
After that, he would do various other challenges.
Until one day, he uploaded a video of himself giving a homeless man $10,000, which would then start a new trend in Jimmy's videos, where he would start giving lots of money to random strangers. Thus, he would make lots of videos in this contest. And then, in August 25, 2018, Mr. Beast would spend 24 hours underwater, and right now it has about 94 million views. And then after that he decided fusing both of his content styles together, thus making
Last to leave the circle gets $10,000.
where Jimmy's friends would participate in this video instead of Jimmy himself. Then this became Mr. Beast's primary content. But then, in October 26, 2019, Jimmy Donaldson launched his, at the time, biggest project yet, where he would plant
20 million trees.
Where he, with the help of the Arbor Day Foundation, would launch a website called
Intrees.org,
where his audience can donate to plant a tree per $1. And then hundreds of YouTubers would eventually reach out to their audience to also donate, which would lead to Jimmy Donaldson reaching his goal in December.
Now, I actually didn't tell you everything about Mr. Beast because this quote-unquote documentary would be like 1 hour long, so instead of telling you about Mark Rober, I'm just
I haven't mentioned this yet, but this is Mark Rober. This is his channel. He used to work at NASA. He put this thing on Mars. He does a lot of cool things.
You're probably wondering why I told you about these two fine gentlemen. Well, it's because these two launched another project called
Team C's and launched Team C's. Today, we are taking part in Team C's. Mr. Beast Team C's chat.
Where every $1 donated, 1 pound of trash would be removed from the ocean. Now, that's not as much as there actually is, but I mean, come on, 30 million pounds? PG5 even made a banger song about it.
What are you waiting for? Go to teamcs.org right now. Like right now. Like right now. Oh my god. Like right now. Why are you still watching this? Go do it right now, you coward. Oh my god.
Today, we are using 1.6 Earths to give us what we need to live, eat, and grow our economies. We are plundering and polluting nature resources, treating it as a dumping ground for plastic and waste. If we don't act now, we could lose 1 million species in the next few decades. But it doesn't have to be this way. What if I told you there's a solution? It's called ecosystem restoration. Ecosystem restoration is defined as a process of reversing the degradation of ecosystems, such as landscape, lakes, and oceans to regain their ecological functionality. In other words, to improve the productivity and capacity of ecosystem to meet the needs of society. According to the Society of Ecological Restoration, the process of assisting the recovery of an ecosystem that has been degraded, damaged, or destroyed is called ecological restoration or eco-restoration. Eco-restoration involves to bring back original normalcy of function, structure, potential, service, and process of ecosystem. Eco-restoration focuses on retrofittation of 4 basic components such as mineral cycle, water cycle, energy flow, and succession. Now, here's the question. Why eco-restoration? Eco-restoration helps to improve productive capability in degraded productive lands. Degradation of productive land is increasing worldwide, leading to reduced agricultural range and forest production. It also enhances nature conservation values in protected landscapes, and to restore ecological processes over broad landscape, scale, or regional areas. Here are some points to remember. A healthy ecosystem needs biologically fertile soil full of microfauna and flora. Utmost care should be taken to protect the local soils. If soil is protected, vegetation will generate again by natural succession. Do not plant such species which never existed in the area in remote past also. Care should be given to create and support the microhabitats of the various animal species in the restored area. Animals, right from bacteria to mammals, are a must to keep the ecosystem functional. And
And at last, let's remember, restoration depends on us working together towards a sustainable future and improved well-being for all.
Wow, grade 9. Talaga naman. Pwede na pang Netflix documentaries, oh. At ngayon naman, ang mga huling magtatanghal ay ang grade 10 students sa kanilang infomercial. Here are the criteria for judging in infomercial.
Relevance to the theme, 50%, 2 to 3 minutes video presentation, execution, 50%, for a total of 100%.
Sa pagdaan ng panahon, polusyon sa ating mundo ay mas lalong lumalala. Ang pagdami ng mga infrastruktura ay siya ding pagkonti ng mga puno sa kapaligiran. Mga iba't ibang uri ng basura ay kung saan-saan na lamang makikita. At kung ito'y hindi masusolusyonan agad, maaring ang mundong ginagalawan natin ay tuluyan ng masira. Napakadami ng basura sa ating kapaligiran. Madalas pa sa mga ito ay ang mga plastik na kung saan inaabot ng ilang daang taon bago ito mabulok. Ngunit paano nga ba natin ito masusolusyonan? Isa sa mga pinagkukunan natin ng ating mga pangangailangan ay ang mga likas na yaman. Kaya ang pagtitipid ng mga ito ay napakahalaga. Iwasan natin ang pagsasayang ng tubig. Siguraduhin nakasara ito ng maigi pagkatapos gamitin. Iwasan din ang pagsasayang ng enerhiya. Patayin ang mga ilaw at mga kagamitan sa bahay kung hindi naman ito nagagamit. Ang pagre-recycle ay isa din sa mga bagay na nakakatulong sa ating kapaligiran. Imbis na itapon na lamang ang mga nagamit na papel, ito ay ating itabi dahil maaari pa itong ma-recycle at magamit muli. Iilan lamang ito sa mga paraan upang tayo ay makatulong sa ating kapaligiran. Hindi ba't napakasimple lamang? Ating patuloy na iwasan ang pagkasira ng ating kalikasan. Ang ating kapaligiran din naman ay sarili nating kayamanan, kaya't dapat natin itong ingatan.
Pagmasdan mo ang ating kapaligiran, tayo ba ay kukontento na lang? Maraming kalikasan ang nasisira dahil sa tao. Mga ibang tao walang ginawa kundi magpagaya.
Ang kapaligiran ay hindi likas na katangian o mga hayop sa kanilang natural na estado tulad ng iniisip ng marami. Ito ay tungkol sa lahat ng mga chemical, physical, at biological na elemento kung saan nakikipag-ugnay ang mga nabubuhay na bagay. Kung pinag-uusapan natin tungkol sa tao, isinasama din namin ang lahat ng mga elemento ng lipunan at pangkulturang dahil nakikialam sila sa mga proseso ng pakikipag-ugnayan. Ang ating kapaligiran ay pangalagaan sa pamamagitan ng mga simpleng gawain, katulad na lamang ng pagwawalis araw-araw, pagtapon ng basura sa tamang basurahan. Mahalagang mapanatiliing malinis ang ating kapaligiran dahil dito nakasalalay ang ating kalusugan. Isa sa pinakamahalagang paraan upang malibsan ang klima ay ang hindi pagsunod ng mga plastik at hindi paggamit ng nakakasamang bagay sa ating kapaligiran. Panatiliing malinis ang ating kapaligiran. Ito ay isang mahalagang bagay dahil dito natin masasabing umunlad ang ating lugar. Dapat din na magtanim tayo sa mga palayan upang hindi masayang ang mga taniman. Magsikap at magtulungan sa paglinis at pag-alaga ng kapaligiran. Iwasan ang pagtapon ng basura sa ilog upang di magkaroon ng polusyon sa ating bansa. Iba't iba man ang ating mga paraan ng pangangalaga ng kalikasan, ay paniguradong malaki ang dulot nito. Ang mga munting paraan ng ating ginagawa kapag pinagsama-sama ay malaki ang epekto hindi lang sa pagpapanatili ng kalinisan ng ating kalikasan kundi pati na rin ang kalusugan natin at ng ating mga alagang hayop. Laging tandaan, tayong mga tao rin ang nakikinabang dito, kaya marapat lamang na pahalagahan natin ito.
Ating kapaligiran ang siyang ating responsibilidad. Ang kapaligiran o paligid ay ang lahat ng mga panlabas ng mga puwersa, mga kaganapan at mga bagay na gumagalaw sa ibabaw ng isang bagay ng lahat ng mga bagay na nakapaligid sa kanya. Kasama ang mga bahay, mga gusali, mga tao, mga lupa, temperatura, tubig, liwanag at iba pang mga buhay at walang buhay na mga bagay. 70% ng ating kapaligiran ay tubig, kung saan maraming mga lamang dagat ang pwedeng mapakinabangan. Ang pagtatapon ng mga basura sa karagatan ay ang isa sa mga problema ngayon sa ating bansa. Ang pagtatapon ng mga basura sa mga karagatan ay mayroong masasamang epekto, kagaya na lamang ng pagkaubos ng mga lamang dagat. Dahil ito sa mga basurang nakakain ng mga hayop na nakatira sa ilalim ng dagat. Pagkadumi ng ating mga karagatan. Magiging sakitin ang mga taong naninirahan malapit sa karagatan. Dahil ito sa dumi ng hangin na idudulot ng mga basura. Polusyon sa tubig. Isa pang problema ngayon ng ating bansa ay ang pagkawala ng mga puno sa ating kapaligiran. Ang pagpuputol ng mga puno ay mayroong ding napakaraming masasamang epekto. Ang ilan sa mga ito ay ang pagbaha dahil nauubusan ng mga punong sisipsip sa mga tubig ulan. Ang pagkasira ng mga kabundukan na nagiging sanhi ng pagkawala ng mga hayop na naninirahan dito. Pagguho ng lupa. Polusyon sa hangin. Pagkasira ng ozone layer. Ito ay isa din sa mga pinoproblema ng ating bansa. Dahil kung wala nito, ang ating kapaligiran ay mawawala ng proteksyon sa init na nanggagaling sa araw. Ang mga ito ay kayang-kaya natin masolusyonan, kaya't narito ang ilan sa mga paraan upang ito ay malutas. Pagtatanim ng mga puno. Pagpapanatiling malinis ang kapaligiran. Pagkakaroon ng mga segregasyon ng mga basura. Bawat maliit na bagay ay mahalaga. Kung kaya't ang simpleng estudyanteng tulad namin at ang isang simpleng taong tulad mo ay magtutulungan, kayang-kaya natin makagawa ng pagbabago.
Sari-saring uri ng mga iligal na pinutol na kahoy ang nasabat ng mga otoridad sa lalawigan.
May bumabagsak na lava mula sa Mount Banahaw pasado alas 6 kagabi.
Yun kalaban ang pagbaha sa pagkakaingin sa kabundukan kaya hindi na nito napik.
Nanatiling malaking problema sa Metro Manila ang mga basura sa
botas. Ito ang tumambad sa amin. Mga inanod na basura.
7.9 billion people in the world. Sa pagtaas ng populasyon ay gayon din ang pagtaas ng polusyon. Hindi ka ba natatakot? Nangangamba na baka sakaling maubos ang mga likas yamang ating pinagkukunan ng ating pang-araw-araw na kabuhayan. Kaya't ngayon pa lang, atin ang alagaan at pahalagahan ang mundong ating ginagalawan. Narito ang mga bagay na maaari nating gawin upang mapangalagaan ang ating kapaligiran. Pulutin natin ang mga basurang nakakalat sa ating paligid at itapon ito sa tamang basurahan. Ang mga basurang nakakalat ay nakakasama sa mga hayop na nasa lansangan, pati na rin sa karagatan. Ugaliin magtapon sa tamang basurahan. Pag-iwahiwalayin ang mga basurang nabubulok, hindi nabubulok at mga recyclable materials gaya ng mga papel. Patayin ang tubig kapag hindi ito ginagamit, pati na rin ang mga bagay na ginagamitan ng kuryente, gaya ng ilaw. Hindi natin mapapangalagaan ang ating kalikasan kung hindi tayo magtutulungan. 7.9 billion people. Sa dami-dami ng tao sa mundo, magagawa nating mapangalagaan ang ating kapaligiran kung tayo ay magtutulong-tulong. Kaya't ano pang hinihintay mo? Halika at samahan mo akong pagandahin ang ating kalikasan.
Ito ang ating ecosystem. May malaking bahagi sa ating pang-araw-araw na pangangailangan. Ngayon, ginagamit natin ang 1.6 Earth at dito nagbumula ang kailangan natin para mabuhay, makakain, at mapalago ang ating ekonomiya. Kung hindi tayo kikilos, maraming mawawala. Maraming aksyon ang pwede nating magawa ngayon. Ito ang tinatawag na
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't be scared. Just give it up. Don't be scared. And if you get in my way, you gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math. When I hate, I attack. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't be scared. Just give it up. Don't be scared.
Gaano nga ba kahalaga ang kalinisan sa ating kapaligiran?
Mahalaga ang pangalagaan at pahalagahan ang ating kapaligiran sapagkat nag-iisa lamang ito at wala ng kapalit kung lubos na mapabayaan. Hindi ito tulad ng anumang bagay sa mundo o materyal na bagay na madaling palitan. Kung hindi natin aalagaan ang kalikasan, ay maaari itong maubos at mawala sa atin. Kung masisira ng tuluyan ang ating kalikasan at kapaligiran, siguradong malaki ang magiging epekto nito sa ating kapamumuhay dahil nakatuon ang bawat tao sa mga yabang ibinibigay ng ating kapaligiran. Kaya naman, bilang nakikinabang tayo lagi sa ating kapaligiran, responsibilidad natin na pangalagaan at pahalagaan ito upang maibalik sa kalikasan ng ating maliliit na paraan ang maraming pakinabang na nakukuha natin dito.
Paano nga ba natin maiiwasan ang pagkasira ng ating kapaligiran? Hindi magtatapon ng basura sa mga ilog upang mapanatili ang kalinisan nito.
Nang baybayin namin ang ilog, may ilan di mga gusali na dito direktang nagtatapon ng dumi.
Mag-recycle gamit ang mga pwede pang basura. Hindi pagpuputol ng mga puno. Tutulong sa pangangalaga at paglilinis sa ating kalikasan. Pagsali sa mga organisasyon na nakakatulong upang mapangalagaan lalo ang kapaligiran.
Ang pagwawalis ay isa sa mga pinakamahalagang bagay na dapat nating ipagmalaki dahil ito ay nakakatulong sa kalinisan at kalusugan ng ating kapaligiran. At isa pang bagay na dapat nating gawin upang mapangalagaan ito sa mabuting kalagayan ay ang pag-angat ng kamalayan sa pamamagitan ng pakikilahok sa mga street sweepers upang tayo ay magkaroon ng ambag sa pangangalaga sa ating kapaligiran para sa ikabubuti ng ating kalusugan. Gayunpaman, tignan ang ating kapaligiran na puno ng polusyon na inilalagay sa panganib ang ating kalusugan, pati na rin ang ating kapaligiran. Kaya kailangan natin ang antas na ito ng kamalayan upang lubos itong maunawaan. Hindi ito biro. Our environment is slowly dying because of our actions. Isa sa mga nakakasira sa ating kapaligiran ay ang deforestation. Madaming puno ang nawawala dahil sa kagagawan ng mga tao na putulin ito. Ang mga puno ay isa sa mga importante na dapat nating ingatan at alagaan dahil sila ang nagbibigay ng oxygen sa atin at madami pang iba. Bukod doon, nagpo-provide din ito ng mga material na bagay sa ating pang-araw-araw na gagamitin, katulad ng mga papel, wood, plywood at iba pa. Kaya't kumilos na tayo ngayon. Kailangan natin tulungan ang ating henerasyon sa pangangalaga sa ating kapaligiran. Ito ay hindi isang tungkulin ngunit isang pribilehiyo na gawin ito para sa ikabubuti ng ating mundo. Tayong mga tao ay may responsibilidad na protektahan ang ecosystem at ang pagliligtas sa kapaligiran ay may malaking epekto sa ating pang-araw-araw na buhay. So don't give up. Instead, work to improve our society. Upang mapanatili ang ganitong uri ng kagandahang asal sa pagtulong sa ating kapaligiran, tayong mga Pilipino ay dapat kumilos upang maibsan ang dumi sa ating paligid sa pamamagitan ng paghihiwalay ng mga basura sa mga nabubulok, di nabubulok at mga recycle bin. At ang mahalaga,
Kailangan natin maglagay ng karatula na nagpapakita ng tamang pagtatapon ng basura upang magkaroon ito ng halaga sa lipunang ito, at para hindi magtapon ng basura kung saan-saan ang mga tao.
Day by day, plastic consumption is getting out of hand.
Half of the country's population live in areas highly exposed to climate hazards.
But an international development agency fears the water crisis hounding the country may worsen due to climate change.
Todo kayod sa pagtanggal sa mga nakabalagbag na basura sa may Pritil Tondo.
Mahaharap sa krisis sa tubig ang Pilipinas.
7 milyong katao ang namamatay sa air pollution sa buong mundo kada taon.
Ano nga ba ang ecosystem? Bakit natin ito kailangan protektahan? At bilang isang mag-aaral, nais kong ibahagi sa inyo ang aking kaalaman tungkol dito. An ecosystem is a geographic area where plants, animals, and other organisms as well as weather and landscape work together to form a bubble of life. At alam niyo ba na ang United Nations ay umaaksyon din patungkol sa ecosystem restoration? Oo, ginagawa nila ito para iwasan at pahintuin ang pagkasira ng ecosystem. Sabi pa nila, maaari itong makatulong sa pagtapos ng kahirapan at syempre, ng climate change. Ngunit dapat natin tandaan na hindi ito magiging posible kung hindi tayo kikilos. Kaya ngayon, alamin natin kung ano nga ba ang dahilan ng pagkasira ng ating ecosystem at kung ano ang mga dapat nating gawin upang iwasan ito. Pagpuputol ng mga puno, fossil fuels na nanggagaling sa mga pabrika at sa mga sasakyan, at improper waste disposal. Ito ay ilan lamang sa mga dahilan kung bakit nasisira ang ating ecosystem. Alam naman natin na mahalaga ang mga puno. That's why deforestation has a huge impact when it comes to climate change. Isa pa, they are habitat of so many species. Fossil fuels. They can be burned to produce energy. Pero katulad ng pinakita ko kanina, may mga namatay na dahil sa air pollution, kaya hindi na ito nakagaganda para sa atin. Sa improper waste disposal naman, halimbawa nito ang hazardous materials na nagkakos ng harm sa marine and wildlife. Imbis na gumamit ng mga plastic na toxic and harmful para sa atin at itatapon na lamang matapos gamitin, mas mabuti pa kung gumamit na lang tayo ng eco bag na maaari nating itabi pagkatapos at gamitin muli sa susunod. Ganon din sa mga plastic water bottles na dagdag sa plastic consumption. Mas maganda kung gumamit na lang tayo ng mga tumbler, mga reusable na bagay kumbaga. Para naman sa mga kahon na nakakalat lang kung saan-saan, mas maganda kung makagagawa tayo ng mga bagay na magagamit natin mula rito. Ang pagtatapon ng mga basura sa tamang tapunan, water conservation, at ang pagtatanim at pangangalaga ng mga halaman ay labis na makatutulong. Mas magandang malaman at matuto tayo kung ano ang dapat natin gawin sa mga ganitong sitwasyon. At tandaan natin, lahat ng ito ay mapakikinabangan ng susunod na henerasyon.
Today, we are utilizing 1.6 Earths to afford what we need to live, eat, and grow our economies. We are devastating and polluting nature's resources, treating it as a dumping ground for plastic and waste. If everyone does not act now, we could lose 1 million species in the next few decades. For example, we would lose our coral reefs, which will impact fishes first, then fishers, then the entire economies. Another one is where we lose over 4.7 million hectares of forest yearly. Like the example earlier, the animals will lose lose their habitats, which in turn may lead to food insecurity. The soil will be weaker, causing soil erosion. And as trees absorb and store carbon dioxide, cutting them down will worsen carbon dioxide levels on Earth's atmosphere. The emergence of COVID-19 has also shown just how disastrous the consequences of ecosystem loss can be. By shrinking the area of natural habitat for animals, we have created the ideal conditions for pathogens, including coronaviruses, to spread. But it doesn't have to be this way. What if I told you that there is a solution? The solution is called ecosystem restoration. Ecosystem restoration is defined as a process of reversing the degradation of ecosystems, such as landscapes, lakes, and oceans, to regain their ecological functionality. In other words, to improve the productivity and capacity of ecosystems to meet the needs of society. This can be done by allowing the natural regeneration of overexploited ecosystems or by planting trees and other plants. It also means repairing billions of hectares of land, an area greater than China or the United States of America, so that people have access to food, clean water, and jobs. It means bringing back plants and animals from the brink of extinction, from the peaks of mountains to the depths of sea. It also includes many small actions everyone can take every day. Growing trees, greening our cities, rewilding our gardens, or cleaning up trash alongside rivers and coasts. Most notable example of these are Team Trees and Team Seas. Team Trees and Team Seas are a collaborative fundraiser that aims to raise 20 and 30 million US dollars to plant 20 million trees and clean 30 million pounds of marine debris from the ocean. The objective of ecosystem restoration is to contribute to the conservation and sustainable use of biodiversity, as well as to create social, economic, and environmental benefits, whereby healthy and connected ecosystems should contribute to improve food and water security, people's livelihood, and to mitigate and adapt to climate change.
What you see is our environment. What you see is the reason why we are living. Environment consists of air, water, land. It consists of everything we see around us. Even us are part of the environment. Taking care of the environment also means taking care of ourselves.
Next.
Environmental pollution
Which raised
contributed.
profound questions about the future of the Earth's climate.
It is unequivocal that human activities are responsible for change the world.
Climate change is now rapid, widespread, and intensifying. The panel on climate change, which warns that many human-caused effects are now irreversible.
Thank you, Fraser. For the meantime, we will have a 10-minute break before we proceed to the award.
Hello.
Smooth like butter, like a criminal undercover. Don't pop like trouble, breaking into your heart like that. Cool shade stunner, yeah, owe it all to my mother. Hot like summer, yeah, I'm making you sweat like that. Break it down. Ooh, when I look in the mirror, I'm not too hard to do. I got the superstar glow, so ooh, do the boogie line. A side step right left to my beat. I like the moon rock with me, baby. Know that I got that heat. Let me show you 'cause talk is cheap. Side step right left to my beat. Get it, let it roll. Smooth like butter, pour you in like no other. Don't need no usher to remind me you got it bad. Ain't no other that could sweep you up like a rubber. Straight up, I gotcha, making you fall like that. Break it down. Ooh, when I look in the mirror, I'm at your heart to do. I got the superstar glow, so ooh, do the boogie line. Side step right left to my beat. I like the moon rock with me, baby. Know that I got that heat. Let me show you 'cause talk is cheap. A side step right left to my beat. Get it, let it roll. Get it, let it roll. Get it, let it roll. Ice on my wrist, I'm the nice guy. Got the right body and the right mind. Rolling up the party, got the right vibes. Move like haters. Fresh boy, pull up and we'll lay low. All the players get moving with the bass low. Got army right behind us when we say so. Let's go. Side step right left to my beat. I like the moon rock with me, baby. Know that I got that heat. Let me show you 'cause talk is cheap. Side step right left to my beat. Get it, let it roll. Cool light, cool shade,
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Hi. Ayan, congrats muna sa lahat ng participants at sa lahat ng mga naging coordinator nitong event na to. Yan, salamat din sa pag-invite sa akin. Yan, hello po everyone. Yan, so dun sa mga napanood ko from grade 7 to 10, lahat naman talaga magaganda at may angking talento. Yan, proud Montessorians ika nga. And proud ako para sa inyong lahat. Salamat kasi tuloy-tuloy niyo lang yung mga ganyang klase ng talent, anak. Kasi yan yung magbo-boost talaga sa inyo yung ganitong klaseng event. 'Di ba? Yan, salamat din, Principal. Salamat, Ma'am Martin. Thank you din, Teacher Rosalie, for inviting me as one of your judges here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ma'am Sheila. Hello, Miss Glenda. Pwede po ba kami makarinig ng making komento po tungkol sa mga performances po ng mga bata ngayong araw?
Hello po, naririnig po ako?
Yes po, good afternoon po.
Okay. Salamat po sa nag-invite sa akin dito na mag-judge. Actually, ilang araw lamang itong preparation na ito. Ano po? So, kay Ma'am Delmo, kay Ma'am Sheila, nakita ko kanina dito, small world talaga tayo. No? Tayo magkakita at magkakasama pa rin. So, sa inyo po, magandang hapon po sa inyo at sa principal po ng Panorama. Good afternoon po. So, nakakatawa na talaga naman na kahit sa kabila ng dinadanas natin na pandemic, ay nakukuha pa rin natin na matuto sa pamamagitan po ng panibagong pamamaraan ng pagkakatuto at saka pagtuturo. Ito nga po yung sa pamamagitan ng virtual. At very happy ako at na-amaze nga ako na ang lahat ng estudyante ay talaga namang pinupursige no, na matuto at gumawa ng pamamaraan para sila ay lubusan ding mabatid kung ano nga ba yung gustong hatid ng inyong guro, lalo-lalo na ngayon sa ecological restoration. So sabi nga natin, ang mga mag-aaral ay nagpakita ng kanilang kagalingan. So halos lahat, actually nalilito na ako kung kanino ko ba ibibigay ang pinakamataas na score dahil napakagaling ng mga tiga-panorama. So congratulations sa Technical Working Group, congratulations Ma'am Delmo, congratulations sa lahat ng mga mag-aaral. Virtual hug and 1,000 claps for you. Sayang nga lang at hindi tayo nagkikita-kita. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you, Miss Glenda.
Dito na nga tayo sa parte ng programa kung saan malalaman natin ang mga nanalo o nagwagi para sa competition. For Best in Costume, we have Sarah Elise D. Coloma.
Miss Sarah, nandito po ba kayo? Can you kindly open your cam for a picture taking? Thank you. So mukhang wala na po dito si Miss Sarah. So moving forward, another Best in Costume, Skylar Chase P. Beato.
Another one for Best in Costume, we have Kale Elise D. Beato. Eliza Pia D. De Jesus.
Kay Jillian Claire D. Pascual.
Elijah Hezekiah P. Romano.
And for People's Choice Award, we have Chris Noel B. Lopez.
For grade 2, we have Jermaine Raya A. Reyes.
And for grade 3, People's Choice Award is to Jelaya Queen S. Hoxon. Sorry. At ito na nga po ang winners from our grade 7 to 10.
For grade 7, handicraft or recitable materials, we have Hannah Marie D. Honor.
Congratulations. Kindly open your camera for picture taking. Hi, congrats.
Thank you.
Hannah, can you open again? Okay. Smile. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Congrats.
Thank you po ulit.
And for our second place, we have Khalid Gabriel G. Arellano. Congratulations, Khalid. Khalid, can you open your camera? Smile for the camera. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Congrats.
For the first place, we have Amiel Maitor R. Jordan.
Okay, Amia, smile for the camera. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, congrats.
Thank you po.
And the winners in our grade 8 students, our third place, we have John, Merrick, and Geronimo. John, can you open your camera? So, wala po yata ang ating third place. So, moving on.
For second place, placer, we have Joelyn B. Dimuno.
Joelyn, can you turn on your camera for picture taking? Okay. Okay, smile. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Congrats. And for our first place, we have Ernesto Miguel B. Salonga. Congrats, Ernesto. Okay, smile for the camera. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
For our grade 9 documentary presentation, our third placer is Mariel May del Puerto.
Okay, Mariel, smile for the camera. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations.
Thank you po.
Now with our second place, we have Eunice Arabella Enriquez. Eunice, can you smile for the camera? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
For the first place, we have Alina Catherine Soccer.
Yan. Hi, Alina. Okay, smile. Thank you. So, nandito na po tayo sa grade 10. Now, our third place in infomercial, we have Micah Jada Leitrinos. My co-MC. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
For the second place, we have Aliyah Mariz and Andy Porta.
Hi. Okay. Ako yung mag-smile sa camera ko. Hello? Ayan. So may nag-tie. Tatlo pala kami. Second place. Now, our second place, we have Nicole Dito Rivio. Nicole? Nicole, can you open your camera?
Hello po.
Congrats, Nicole.
For our third second placer, we have Sofia Yvonne E. Marco.
Tia, can you turn on your mic and your camera?
Hello.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Congrats! And our winner, our first place, we have Teka lang, medyo kabitin. Maria Johanna C. Alcaraz. Hannah, can you turn on your camera and mic?
Hello po.
Ayan, okay, smile. 1, 2, 3. Congrats! Yeah. Muli, congratulations po sa lahat ng mga nanalo and also at the participants.
Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng nakilahok sa hapong ito and also the judges who gave score sa ating students. Congratulations po ulit sa lahat ng nanalo at syempre pati na rin sa mga nag-participate.
Ngunit bago natin tuluyang tapusin ang programang ito, maaari ko ba matawag ang ating SSC Secretary, Nicole Toribio, para sa kanyang closing remarks.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to thank SSC officers, admins, and teachers for organizing the event. We couldn't have pulled off this event without their hard works and effort. Congrats din sa lahat ng winners at sa mga napiling mapasali sa paligsahan na ito. Napakuhusay inyong lahat. Salamat din sa inyong mga Montessorians sa pagdalo sa ating ecosystem restoration. Thank you all for your patience and time, Montessorians. I wish you all a very good afternoon. Goodbye.
Thank you, Secretary Nicole. At ngayon, ako nga po pala si Ali Antiporta.
Ako naman po si Jada Trinos.
Signing off as your MC for this afternoon. Advance, have a good night, everyone.
Bye-bye po!
Whee!
Bye-bye!